Spec Ops: The Line is a well-made third-person shooter, where you and two of your mates are in Dubai for a quick mission to get in and then get out. Obviously things are going to plan and you've got to go through the game trying to work out what's going on. In terms of gameplay, it's a solid third-person shooter. You duck behind cover system's pretty good, and there's a cool mechanic where you can call one of your buddies to either throw a grenade or snipe some enemy if you're in a bit of a tight spot. But if you buy this game, you'll do it for the story, which I won't tell you about because the less you know, the better. The question I'm here to answer is, what if you buy the game with the intention of unlocking every single achievement, and you won't be satisfied with yourself until you have unlocked them all? Will you enjoy the game all the way through? Is it too difficult? Is it worth your valuable time? So there's 50 achievements total in this game, and thankfully, even though the game has multiplayer, all of them are related to the campaign. When you first start the game, you want to play on the hardest available difficulty, which is Suicide Mission. Once you complete that, you unlock the hardest difficulty, and you'll also unlock all the achievements that you get from playing the easiest and the medium and the hardest. They all stack up. There's 8 achievements in total that are about completing each chapter that you don't need to worry about. You just play the game and you'll get them. What can often be a nightmare is collectible achievements, but thankfully in this game they're pretty easy to find. As long as you're looking around each area, you know, look in all the corners. They're very small. They're not that small. They're pretty small areas when you play a mission. You look around and you'll find them, no worries. By the time I finished my first playthrough, I was missing 2, but that's because the first 2 chapters I wasn't even looking around properly. So just look around. You don't even need a guide and you'll find them. And also you can pause the game and it'll tell you how many collectibles you need to find still. So if you're like, have I collected them all? Just pause the game and it'll say 1 out of 2 collected, or 2 out of 2 collected, and then it's very helpful. It's very helpful. So there's 13 achievements you can unlock by doing certain things in the campaign, whether that be something pretty easy like sprint into cover 10 times while under enemy fire, which is most of the time, or something a bit more difficult like kill 4 enemies with a shotgun in 10 seconds or less. But if you just read what you need to do, you can complete these all pretty easily, check them off like a checklist. By your first playthrough you should have all of them completed, but maybe 1 or 2 of them. There's 7 achievements where you need to kill a certain amount of enemies with a certain weapon type, but again these are pretty easy. Let's say you want to get the one that you've got to kill X amount of enemies with the pistols and SMGs only. Just use your pistols and SMGs for the first how many chapters, or you know, kill 75 enemies with a shotgun. Just use shotguns of 75 kills. Switch to assault rifles, switch to your pistols, switch to your heavy guns that you get a bit later in the game. But you just check them off like that and you'll get them done easily. Get 250 headshots. Sounds pretty difficult, but it's not. Don't worry about the number of enemies because there's hundreds and hundreds of enemies in the game. You don't have to worry about finding a certain amount because you'll kill them, no worries. It's just, you know, you should be aiming for the heads all the time anyway because it's 1 or 2 bullets to the head and they're gone. You want to conserve your ammo where you can. So you're always aiming for the head, and it's not that hard if you're not bad at games. Let me give you a quick help. When you first start the game, you look to your right and there's some like deer oryx thing. Just kill it. It's an easy achievement that you could otherwise miss. You get another opportunity later in the game, but just do it now. Just trust me and do it now. There's really only 3 achievements that will give you a hard time. 1, you have to complete any chapter with 60% or more accuracy without dying or reloading a checkpoint. But if you just go back to the game after you completed the hardest and the hardest difficulty, go on the first or second chapter, aim for them heads, and don't die, you'll get it done pretty easy. Alright, another one, you have to complete 3 chapters in a row without dying or reloading a checkpoint. You can combine this with the first one. Say, start with the first chapter, you know, just kill everyone with the minigun on your plane. Kill everyone with your minigun on your plane. Go to your second chapter, only get headshots, 60% accuracy, don't die. Third chapter, complete that without dying or reloading, and you've done that. But if you go back to this, after you've completed the hardest difficulty and the hardest difficulty, this really should not be a problem for you. You should be able to do it, you know, however long it takes you to complete it on the easiest difficulty. But in saying that, you have to complete the game on the hardest difficulty. Look, when you first start playing, it's not that bad. You've already done the Suicide Mission difficulty, and you completed that. You know, it was a bit of a challenge in some areas, but it wasn't so bad. You first start playing, it's going to be alright. You just, you know, you're going through the easy levels. Later on in the game, the places where you struggle with the Suicide Mission, you're really going to struggle in food bar difficulty. You've got to, it's a real pain in the neck, I'm going to be honest with you. It's very frustrating, you'll keep dying, but can you tell me a game in your childhood where you haven't been frustrated and haven't died lots of times, but then one day you finally complete that mission hallelujah, and it's excellent. That'll happen to you, right? Just keep pushing through on this hardest difficulty, and my friend, you'll get there. You will get there. Remember, you can use your buddies. Use your buddies all the time, they're very helpful. And just do it. But is it worth it? So it took me 15 hours, and yes, I did complete every single achievement, all 50 of them. Out of 15 hours, I had fun with about 12, so I'd rate this game a 12 out of 15, which is an 8 out of 10. And say yes. If you have to get every single achievement when you play a game to satisfy yourself and to help cure your crippling OCD, this is a game that you can play with a bit of frustration, but it's not going to destroy your average game percentage. You can do it. So yes, and even more so if you don't care about achievements. If you don't care about achievements, you buy whatever the heck you want, bro. You don't even care. Just play the game for 20 minutes. You don't have a problem. What are you even here for? What do you even play games for, mate? Why do you even play games when you get the achievements? That's what games are about. Is Steam achievements. No, not really. Alright, first achievement review video. I hope you liked it. I don't know if the ending was super awkward or not. I don't know what I'm going to do with this backdrop here. If I'm going to have straight up gameplay, the whole lot of it. If me moving around is going to annoy me while I'm editing, because I'm going to, like, you know, do that garbage mat, or whatever it's called. Oh, look at that light, blinds me permanently. I'm going to be like a studio, and maybe like I'll be down here, and the gameplay will be over here. If I stand all the way up and my head's cut out, so I've got to stand like with my legs spread out. Look, I don't know. I just want to do this for a long time. You know, I play a game, and I'm like, oh yeah, I completed it. That was fun. I wish I could tell somebody who cared, because no one else cares. I'm the only one that seems to care out of everyone that I know about achievements. Everyone's like, achievements? What's the thing about your achievement? And you know, well, look, I play a game, okay? And I get 95% of the achievements, and I'm like, frick, I can't do the rest. This is impossible. I'm talking about this kind of game here. I'm talking about this kind of game here. So I want to help people out there like you, who are thinking, oh, this game looks fun, but I don't know if I can get all the achievements. I don't know if I want to buy it or not. Because no one tells you that. You can look at the percentages, you know, of people that have got it, but it helps, but not as much as my videos will help you. So if you're going to play a game, right, I'm going to play it first for you, and I'm going to tell you if I can get all the achievements, because if I can get them all, then so can you. And then you can play the game, and you can keep that average percentage game completion rate. You can complete that solid. You can keep it at 100% maybe. Mine will never be 100%, but yours can. If you subscribe to this channel, your average game completion rate, that thing on Steam, that can be 100%. 100.